The town of Rivermark was not afraid during the day. Children played near the river. Shops opened on time. People smiled and greeted each other politely. Everything looked normal. But after sunset, the town changed. Windows closed early. Streets emptied faster than they should. Even the wind felt careful, as if it did not want to disturb something sleeping beneath the ground. At the very end of Ashwood Street, there stood a house no one visited. That house belonged to Arav. No one remembered when he had last laughed. Arav woke up suddenly. His eyes opened wide. His breath was fast. His heart was beating so loudly that he felt it in his ears. He already knew the time. Still, he looked at the clock. 2:17 a.m. Every night. Always the same minute. Before he could move, the sound came. Knock, knock, knock. 3 knocks. Slow. Heavy. Close. Arav lay frozen in bed. His body refused to move. His throat felt dry. His fingers trembled under the blanket. Not again, he whispered. The knocking stopped. Silence filled the room. The kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. Then, Arav, his name, spoken softly, from just outside the bedroom door. He jumped up and rushed to the door, his hands shaking as he pulled it open. The hallway was empty. No footsteps. No shadows. No sound. But the door was already open. It always was. This had been happening for 6 months. At first, Arav tried to ignore it. He blamed stress, nightmares, lack of sleep. But nightmares don't follow schedules. And nightmares don't leave fingerprints on doors. One morning, he found 3 black marks on the inside of his bedroom door. They looked like burn marks. He scrubbed them until his hands hurt. They returned the next night. Arav stopped sleeping properly. At work, customers had to repeat themselves. He forgot simple things. Sometimes, he caught himself staring at nothing, lost in memories he didn't want to remember. His coworker, Meera, noticed. "You look like you haven't slept in years," she said gently. "I'm fine," Arav replied. He wasn't. That night, he searched the house. Every room. Every corner. Nothing. Until he reached the basement door. It stood quietly at the end of the hallway. Waiting. Arav's parents had always warned him. "Never open that door," his father had said. "No matter what you hear," his mother added. That night, Arav backed away. But the knocking grew louder. On the 7th night without proper sleep, Arav decided he could not run anymore. "If you want me," he said aloud, "then face me." He made coffee. Boo much. His hands shook as he drank it. He sat on his bed, staring at the clock. 2:05 a.m. The house creaked. 2:10 a.m. The lights flickered. 2:14 a.m. The air turned cold. Arav felt pressure in his ears, like being underwater. 2:16 a.m. Everything went silent. Silent. Then, knock, knock, knock. The sound did not come from the door. It came from inside the walls. The knocking moved, slowly, down the hallway. Arav followed it, his legs weak but moving anyway. The sound stopped at the basement door. The handle began to turn by itself. Arav grabbed it first and pulled the door open. The heat hit him immediately. The basement smelled of smoke and fear. The stairs groaned as he descended. The single bulb flickered, barely holding on. In the center of the basement stood a mirror. Tall, cracked, burned around the edges. Arav stared into it. His reflection stared back. Then it blinked. Arav stepped back. The reflection didn't. Its smile slowly stretched wider than possible. "You finally stayed awake," it said. Arav shook his head. "You are not real." The reflection tilted its head. "Neither are your excuses." The temperature rose quickly. The walls began to darken. Smoke filled the room. Memories flooded Arav's mind. The fire, the screams, his parents pounding on the basement door. "Arav, please open it." He remembered the handle burning his hand. He remembered stepping back. He remembered running. "I was scared," Arav cried. "I didn't mean to leave you." The reflection's voice softened. "So was I." The mirror cracked loudly. Hands reached out. Burned hands. Grabbing him. Pulling him closer. Arav screamed as flames surrounded him. The house shook. The walls echoed with the same sound. "Knock, knock, knock." The reflection whispered, "You escaped the fire once. You don't get to escape twice." The glass closed around him. The next morning, smoke rose from the house on Ashwood Street. Firefighters arrived. They found the basement completely destroyed. Except for one thing. A mirror. Perfect. Untouched. Inside it, a man screamed silently, pounding on the glass. Every night at 2:17 a.m., people passing the house hear knocking. No one opens the door. Because this story has no happy ending. And it never will.